G'day guys, welcome to this is a play session. I'll be honest with you, I had so much fun. I did pop a quick thingo up. This is just straight up playing. Okay, I'm using my KMART dual tip graphic markers, the alcohol markers. I'm using some that I've had in my stash forever, that some have dried up a little bit. But the catch is this: I'm not using UPO paper. As you saw, I'm using photo paper. Just plain old glossy KODAK photo paper. And I got to tell you, wow, the results are unbelievable. It is so cool. I couldn't stop myself. I was supposed to be doing, in my timeline of my day, I was supposed to be scrapping to do another page, but I sat doing this for about, I think it was probably 2, maybe 3 hours. I was playing with this, but the results were amazing. Absolutely amazing. I was watching Adventures with Purpose. I was doing that while I was doing this. So what I'm doing, okay. So these are the alcohol markers. You can use any alcohol markers. You can use alcohol, anything. All I'm putting it onto is just an old cricket. It's just the plastic that's from around my cricket mat, okay? So this is where I thought, okay, I'll use some different colors. See what that's like just without any spray. What's in my spray? We call it ISOCOL here in Australia. I don't know what you guys call it I know I have some Canadian peeps. I know I have some in England and some in America. I don't know what you guys call it. I think you call it rubbing alcohol. It's 60 something percent. Let me have a look. 64% alcohol. That's what's in my spray bottle, okay, that you see me spraying on top. And when I spray it on top, it sort of beads, and I can't begin to explain to you how happy it made me feel every time I just put a bit more color on the card and on the photo. That's what it was. It's just a photo. It's just a blank, you put it in your printer, it's a photo. I just grabbed some, I think it was Thursday, I thought about doing this, and I thought, I wonder if that's anything like UPO paper. I've got UPO paper here, don't get me wrong. I've got two packs of it. But I thought, I wonder, because I'm always looking for a cheaper alternative to do things, right? Not to do anyone out of business or anything like that, or to diss companies. It's nothing like that. It's just, I'm just a stay-at-home mum. I don't have thousands of dollars to just throw away. So if I can find something that will allow any of my subscribers to be able to participate in an activity like this, that, I'm not kidding, for me personally, wow, this makes me so happy. I love all the color, the play, the messy play. I love it. So then after I did that, so I've used the alcohol markers, right? I did pull out the alcohol drops, the pigment liquid, think of your words, Karen. Pigment ink. I did use that. To be honest, I think I'm too scared to use it. Honestly, I don't know why, but it just absorbed straight in. Here, okay, so now what I'm doing, I've ditched the alcohol. No rubbing alcohol here. What I'm using now is my new continuous spray bottle. Okay, I bought it from Amazon. It was $10, and it gives you a continuous spray of water. You squeeze the trigger once and it's a fine mist. It's not like the other bottles I usually use where you pump it and it's like a big, I can't even explain it, but it gives you a nice fine mist. So what I'm using now are my Distress Oxides. I thought, give it a crack, see what happens with this. So, and that's why I'm wiping my surface so much, because we all know I've only just bought my Distress Oxides and I do not want to contaminate them in any way, whether that's just with water or whether that is with another color of ink pad. So this is what I'm doing. I'm not even kidding. There was like an hour or two that I did this before I even decided to turn on the camera. That's how much fun this was. Like, I'm not even kidding. If you loved art at school, on any level, not the theory side of it, not the color theory, not the history of art, not researching Picasso, if you on any level love getting messy, this is the easiest activity, and the best part comes at the end when I realize that it's all locked in. It's all locked into the paper. It's so good. So I moved the alcohol ones out of the way for a minute because I really wanted to. Okay, so this one is soot. I'm trying to think of the colours because I did not write these down. And I ended up with so many inks all over my desk. You should have seen me because I'm so anal. Oh my God. I have to put them back in the order that they are on my swatch tags. So they're in a specific order so that it flows. It flows. Oh man, I have OCD bad sometimes. Seriously. Check this one out. This one is thebomb.com. It turned out so pretty. That is going on a layout. I give you the drum. 100%. That is going on the layout. I now have to figure out, that was way too much water, so I have to spread it out a bit. I'm trying to spread it out without creating a pattern. I didn't want it to be a pattern. There was candy apple and there was mustard seed here somewhere. See that one I keep adding to? I'm trying to see if I can salvage how ugly it is. Because when you're doing this kind of mixed media, I'll give you the drum. You can never get to exactly the same. You can't. It just, laws of nature. It does not work that way. Okay, so I pulled out Villainous Potion. Now we all know how strong Villainous Potion is. Check out what it did on the photo paper. Absolutely nothing. I went really light-handed with it because I thought, you know, it's such a bold colour. But when it went on the photo paper, it kind of... I don't even... Did you see it then where it like soaked into it? It didn't... I was expecting it. If you look at the one over on the right, top right, that's what I was expecting it to be. But that's not how it turned out at all. It was amazing. I absolutely loved doing this. So I dried some of these because I wanted to sort of keep them in shot, in frame, so you can continue to see how they are evolving as time goes on. And then it hit me. Uncharted Mariner. Distress Oxide, Uncharted Mariner. Wow. That colour, to say I love it, is, I would honestly say, if I had to pick my favourite Distress Oxides, I would have to say Mustard Seed, because yellow is a massive, massive, I love yellow. Uncharted Mariner, because I love, and Peacock Feathers. And probably picked Raspberry. So they would have to be my favorite colors, I think, out of all of them. Does that mean I've only bought those colors? Heck no, man. I'm one of those people that buys every single color. I've got a massive amount of them, and it was actually what I bought myself for my bed. Look at that Uncharted Mariner. Oh, it's so pretty. Absolutely gorgeous. Spreading it out though, because I'm trying to check that out. Now, this is what I worked out, and if you do this, jump on my Facebook group and please share your results, because I'm not even kidding. The more I put down and the more bold I was, the more I loved it. Honestly, this particular card that I was doing there in my hand, that puppy is being used as well. I don't know how I'm going to use them yet, but I will be using them. It's really weird because it's ink, obviously, so it soaks into the photo paper. And then I had another thought. I thought, hang on, we haven't used the distress inks, so let's just see what the distress inks do. So not the oxides, these are just the normal inks. So these are dye inks. The others were a combination of pigment and dye. So I had a dirty brush, but anyway. So this is me mucking around with yellow, of course. Now I had to stop and think alternatively sort of thing with this, because what I did notice from when I was playing way before I even turned the camera on, I had to start with my lightest and work to my darkest because I couldn't build it up. That was an observation that I made. This piece here, I love it. Even my youngest daughter has my art ability, and she gets color theory as well. Like she's only 11, but she gets and understands color theory. And she came in, I said, which ones do you like? She grabbed literally straight off the bat. She grabbed those two at the very top at the moment. The one I just finished, the yellow one, and the Uncharted Mariner one. She straight off the bat, man, she's so my daughter. It's amazing. Sorry, I just have to have a drink. Okay, so now I'm trying to do. So I ditched the villainous potion on this one. I thought I would go the seedless preserves, some wilted violet, and it turned out more how I thought it would using the other one. Now these are my ALDI. These are my ALDI ink pens, water ink pen. What are they called? Water brush ink markers. Watercolor. That's what they're called. These, holy Moses, did they give me bang for buck. These pens, if ALDI get them again, and you like anything to do with any sort of mixed media, you got to get them. They are so good. I use them like they're free. I was playing with them the other day as well, and wow. That kind of reminds me of something that you would see in a Hitchcock movie where they're figuring out whether you're insane or not. What do you see? What do you see in the picture? That's what that reminded me of. And I thought, that's a bit sketchy, but we'll wing it, see what happens. So then I thought, I'll bring out a bit of orange and a bit of yellow. Now my daughter didn't like this one, but you know what? I actually think it's pretty good. I kind of liked it. And then I thought I'd add some blood to the situation. Every time I squeeze that red one, I think it's blood. But anyway, so it's at this point I am absolutely loving. So if I was going to use anything again, the watercolor brush ink markers from ALDI, they gave bang for buck. Now what I'm doing here is I thought I would rub to see if anything comes off. And something did happen here. So what happened was the oxide, I wiped it and it wiped completely off. And it's now nothing comes off it at all. It's completely locked in like a normal photo. And like, look how much brighter it looks. I do a close up here at the end, but it will be in fast forward because I didn't do a separate turn it on, turn it off. I will stick some photos over on the Facebook group. So if you want to see those, by all means. The inks, nothing came off at all. So, and nothing came off the watercolors either. It was just the oxides. So hopefully this focuses. That one I actually sprayed with a little bit of mica powder and it completely stuck to it as well. So there's another idea. So checking these out, okay, so they're not completely dry yet, so they'll dry overnight. I absolutely love that. So they were the oxides, that's the Mariner, that's definitely happening. And these two were pretty much my favorite. They were the Distress inks. So if you like this video, like and subscribe, guys. Chat to you soon. Bye.